Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Houston Oilers franchise. Well, we've run into a roadblock, even though we are 5-2 and having statistically the best season of this series so far. We are in first place and face the Kansas City Chiefs in this episode, but we have an issue. Last episode, our starting quarterback, Keon Carter, went down with an injury, and it's going to sideline him for 6 weeks, a dislocated ankle. Well, that means we're either going to have to rely on one of two quarterbacks, but Keon Carter was having an MVP type year, so replacing that is going to be tough. 20 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. We have two options. The first is Malik Willis, who we signed to a 2-year deal in free agency specifically for this instance right here, this example that's going on right now. And then we drafted in the 3rd round Davion Spikes out of South Carolina, a big 6'4", 230-pound quarterback who can throw the ball all over the yard. Last episode, he came into the game and actually played pretty well. And I think that may be a precursor which could, show what's going to happen in the future of this quarterback. I mean, he is a really accurate guy. He can throw the ball from the pocket, and he can move if he needs to. So we have actually every week been training with him, regardless of whether he's been the starter or not, just developing him. But we also get another practice injury coming into this episode. So this is really the worst time for this to happen. But David Bakhtiari has a broken finger, is out 2 weeks. He's one of the few players in this series who could get practice injuries and be sidelined for 2 weeks instead of just 1. And he has been often injured. I wouldn't be surprised if he retires after this season. And then we also have a scenario coming into this game where Antonio Gibson is missing. So we're going to need all hands on deck, but that's definitely not going to happen this episode. But Joel Bitonio is really the horse of this offensive line. He was a All-Pro, a Pro Bowler last year, and he is now superstar Dev. And now Davion Spikes has an upgrade. He is a true 74 overall, and he's actually on the outside of the top 32 quarterbacks in the league. He's right now ranked number 36, so actually not too bad. But in today's episode, we have the trade deadline, and there are a lot of trades to cover, a lot of teams to cover here in this episode. And let's start with the Chicago Bears and the Patriots, both winless and really vying for that number 1 overall pick in next year's draft. The Bears are probably the most likely team to get it because they have just been terrible on offense, led by Jordan Love, only 5 touchdowns to 8 interceptions through 7 games. And remember, in the offseason, we traded them Philip Waters. So Chicago is officially going to be making the switch from Jordan Love to Philip Waters as their starting quarterback, and Waters gets his chance to show if he can be a franchise quarterback. But the Bears have a lot of guys that have a lot of value at the trade deadline, including Darnell Mooney, who is 28 years old, DJ Moore, who is 30 years old now, and TJ Edwards, a very good defensive player in this linebacking crew. And there are a lot of good teams looking to add more depth and add some big pieces to their playoff run. First is the New York Jets, who have 1 loss on the season, and that is versus us. They will acquire TJ Edwards for a 2nd-round pick, and the Bears are starting to acquire these picks to basically jumpstart their rebuild. And that was a quick deal and an easy one for the Bears. Then there's the Cowboys, who are still looking to compete. They still have Dak, they still have Tony Pollard, they still have CeeDee Lamb. They still have a lot of pieces that will help them contend for a championship. They still have not won one in this series. And in Madden, they're also a very good team as far as simming goes. And they will add DJ Moore in their receiving room next to CeeDee Lamb for a 2nd-round pick and a throw-in guy who matches the salaries up. So the Bears make 2 big trades, and they get 2 big picks and 2 2nd-round picks. And now we move on to the Patriots, who, remember, the Patriots had the #1 overall pick in the draft, and they also traded for the AFC Rookie of the Year as a quarterback. And now we'll see what they have, because they are looking to possibly move a lot of their top guys, and they have Jamil Harris, who they are building around. He has 0 sacks on the year. He was the #1 overall pick. I'm very, very shocked at this. He has just not been productive. So they are going to be looking to add some more picks and hopefully, develop some more young talent. One talented player that they have at their receiving core is Jake Hawkins. Hawkins is a speedster, 97 speed, 99 acceleration, including 99 agility. If we flash back to week 2, where we got our first win of the season, Jake Hawkins absolutely killed us. He finished with over 100 yards, had a touchdown, and on this play really stuck out to me. He's being guarded by 95 speed Alani Rutherford and just left him in the dust. So we decide to negotiate with the Patriots to add another weapon to this receiving core to help out now our young starting quarterback in Davion Spikes. We offer them a future third. They do not budge. And I look at the trade packages that they want, and a lot of these just don't make sense. So we decide to offer them a deal, sending Romeo Doubs, who has not played at all this season, really. He only has 1 catch total. And he does actually have a good overall at 77. He's in his mid-20s at 26. He's going to play through his prime with the Patriots. So this makes sense for both teams. We get a speedster back, a young guy who can stretch the football field, something we've been looking for, and they get Romeo Doubs, a future third, and a 7th this year for Jake Hawkins, who was drafted as a 6th-round pick in Season 1's draft. Here is the first look at Jake Hawkins in a Oilers uniform. He wears that number 89 because his favorite player is Steve Smith, who is very, very comparable in size, stature, speed, and strength. But there are other teams looking to get better at the deadline, and one is the Kansas City Chiefs. They have a big hole at receiver. They only have 2 receivers that are over 70 overall. Can you believe that? And they are looking to add some more depth. They have 2 guys in mind. The first is Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce is a really young receiver still, and he does add a speed element to this receiving core. And then there's the New York Giants, who have Jalen Hyatt, and the Giants have the 3rd worst record in the NFL at 1-6. They could also be in competition for that #1 pick going into next season. They are on a 6-game losing streak, and the Chiefs decide to trade for Jalen Hyatt, a 3rd-round pick this year, a 4th next year, and 2 throw-in players, a young outside linebacker and a young tight end, and they bring in Jalen Hyatt, who is still in his mid-20s, and adds to this Chiefs possibly 3-peat Super Bowl run. Another team in this division who is just struggling so far and probably in the worst position in this division is the Denver Broncos. They are 3-4 right now, and it's not looking good. They have 2 good teams who are above them playing for that first place spot in the AFC West, and I think it's time to blow it up. Jerry Jeudy has the highest value on this team besides Patrick Surtain, and he has just not been used right. He has been hurt this year. It's kind of been the story throughout his career. He's been often hurt. Yeah, he has the talent and ability, but we haven't seen it in the stat sheet at all. And this season, he has not had a game with over 3 catches in a game at all. And one team that's looking to add more talent to their roster are the Colts. They are 6-1, and they are looking to add more pieces around Anthony Richardson. And they have Michael Pittman, Trent Ingram, Josh Downs. But adding Jerry Jeudy could make them a pretty stout receiving core, and they agree to send a 1st-round pick to the Denver Broncos in exchange for Jerry Jeudy. But the Broncos aren't done at the deadline. They still have some more pieces to send them into a full rebuild, and one of those defensive pieces is Eric Armstead, who has a lot of value right now because he is still solid 80 overall, a very good defensive tackle. And the Detroit Lions are one of those teams that are looking to make a playoff push. and the Lions have made a recent commitment to their core of young players. They gave out 5 contract extensions over the last 4 weeks, especially DTR getting a 5-year, $183 million contract. They also extended Penei Sewell, Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, and Frank Ragnow. So they are committing to making the playoffs and building around this young quarterback, the former Houston Oiler in DTR. 26 years old and now $183 million richer. They decide to trade for Eric Armstead, and they send a 3rd-round pick. So the Broncos acquire a 1st-rounder and a 3rd-rounder this year, and they will be sent into a full rebuild. So now here we are, facing the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs are one of those teams who is just tough to beat here in Madden. And now we face them at home for the 2nd time here this season. In game number 1 at Arrowhead, we just had a very tough time. And it seems like every game is tough versus the Chiefs. I mean, what can you really say? Anything you do versus them is really going to be tough in every facet. So here we go. Let's get this game underway as Jesse Fisher Jr. receives the kickoff, and out comes the rookie Davion Spikes. Get used to seeing him in an Oilers uniform. And the player evaluation on him is that he is a tall, pocket passer quarterback who can run when he needs to. Now, remember last episode, Keon Carter went down with an injury, dislocated ankle. Davion Spikes came in, used his legs early, took off for a touchdown, and then showed off his big-time arm with a big throw down the football field to Marvin Mims, who went up and got it in double coverage. And Davion Spikes, I think, has a lot of potential here with this offense. He can make all of the throws, though. That's the big thing. And Jesse Fisher Jr. is one of those guys that is going to benefit from having him at quarterback. In college, he really came into his final season at South Carolina with pretty low expectations because he played for a kind of mediocre South Carolina team. But if there was one guy that was going to elevate him, it was Spikes. And he did a decent job. They made a bowl game, and they competed in this Georgia game, and a lot of scouts came away impressed by his play. And we'll see if he can carry that over into the pros. So here we go, 1st and 10. We're going to start out with a quick screen pass, this time to Trey Battle, who's got space, and an easy completion to get this rookie's day started. It's a gain of 8. Now at the 35-yard line, handoff, and this is Chase Brown, who is subbed in for the injured Antonio Gibson for the 1st down. And we do have a bit of good news, at least for our run game and our pass game. Chris Jones is out today with a torn labrum. Handoff back to Battle, and he picks up a gain of 3. As now we get it to a early 2nd and 7 at our own 39. The Chiefs send pressure, and our offensive line just gets obliterated, and Davion Spikes throws this one into the ground for an incompletion. It's now 3rd and 7. Here is Spikes stepping up in the pocket. He's going to find Jake Hawkins, and he picks up the 1st down. The first catch of Jake Hawkins' Oilers career goes for 13 yards, and hopefully we'll see a lot of this. He's got 99 agility and 99 acceleration. It's going to be very, very fun to use. He's in the game next to Marvin Mims on the left side of the offense. Here's a handoff this time. Chase Brown picks up a 1st down as he gets to the 33-yard line. And now here we are with a fresh set of downs. Play action fake this time. Spikes loads up, throws to the end zone. This one is way off the mark, but knocked down, almost caught off of the deflection right there. And now 2nd and 10. We get a redo after that errant throw. Here's a throw across the middle. This one's picked off by Nick Bolton. Davion Spikes just a little late on that throw right there, and it ends up being an interception. Jesse Fisher Jr., the intended target, who scored his first receiving touchdown that Spikes threw. And now here we are at the 20. Here is a handoff. Trey Battle. He loses one, We will mostly focus on Davion Spikes in this one. We will show a little bit of the defensive highlights as the game gets near to the end. But here is pressure on Spikes again. On a 3rd and 11, he will throw this one into the ground. So now here we are on defense. Patrick Mahomes in the red zone now. He rolls to the right side, throws across the middle. This is caught by Rashee Rice, and a first down. Rashee Rice, just remember, already has a offensive rookie of the year, has a best receiver award. He has been incredible. Here's a throw to the end zone and caught. Travis Kelce for the touchdown, and the Chiefs will strike first in this one. And it is 7-0 here for the Chiefs. Into the second quarter here, still scoreless for the offense. Here is a throw across the middle. It's the speedster, Jake Hawkins, and his second big play of the game will go for a first down and put us into field goal range. He's got 3 for 57 so far in this one. Here is Spikes rolling to the right side. He's got him in the end zone. Touchdown! Jake Hawkins, and he makes a difference already in his debut with the Oilers. Another weapon added to this offense, and you can just see it paying dividends already. And the rookie finds the veteran. And now it is a 7-7 ball game still in the second quarter. Here is Mahomes. 3rd and 4, rolling to left side. He goes down. It's Sam Hubbard who gets to the quarterback, filling in for the injured Nick Woods, who will be back in a couple of games after the Browns matchup. So here we are late in the second quarter. Spikes again, rolls to the right side, throws that way, and he's got Jesse Fisher all the way to the 1-yard line, and now we are set up here with goal to go. Jesse Fisher and I think Hawkins are going to benefit a lot from Spikes. He can just hit them in stride very well as Chase Brown. He caps off this drive with a touchdown, and now the Oilers take the lead here in the first half. We do get one more possession here at the end of the first half, and here we are at about the 40. Here's a quick throw across the middle looking for Callum McDermott, and that will be credited as a drop. Danny Rudd checks back in at tight end, I should say. Here is Spikes throwing to a wide open Jake Hawkins. Nobody's within 10 yards of him, and he gets to the 27. How do you leave the fastest guy on the field that open? And it's a first down. A whole lot of speed here for the Oilers on the field right now. Here's a throw to the right side. This is caught. It's David Lewis Jr. The undrafted rookie free agent will score his first touchdown of his career. This is actually his first game action as well, really. And he gets in. How about this? And the rookie finds the rookie. 21-14 going into the second half. Here's Mahomes, a quick throw across the middle, and it's Kadarius Toney who tore us up in the last matchup. Mahomes is already 22 of 27 for 2 touchdowns. Now inside the 5. Here's a throw to the right side, incomplete. And now it is 4th and inches. The Chiefs have a decision to make. This is the battle for first place. They have to be aggressive here. They will be. At the 4, here's Mahomes, a quick throw, touchdown. We were fooled. We ran commit on that one. They find Rashee Rice, who has led their team in touchdown catches every year this series. So here's Davion Spikes now. Towards the end of the third quarter, here's a throw to the end zone. 2 guys in the same area. Not a good choice on that throw. Now that brings us to a 3rd and 3. At the 17, a little jet sweep touch pass. This is going to be a first down here for Trey Battle. And at one point, we're going to have Trey Battle, Jesse Fisher, Marvin Mims, and now Jake Hawkins on the field at the same time. That's a whole lot of speed. At the 5 now, Davion Spikes rolls to the right side, throws that way. It's caught. At the 1, Jesse Fisher almost gets in, and that one was right on the money. 3rd and goal, handoff. Chase Brown walks in, touchdown. And another offensive score here for the Oilers. Every time we play the Chiefs, you have to score at least 35 to win the game, it seems like. It's 28-21 going into the 4th quarter. Here is Mahomes now, stepping up in the pocket, throwing to the left side, and he was looking for Rice. And it looks like Mahomes was looking for him to settle down, and he just didn't. And it's incomplete, and they settle for 3. So now it's a 28-24 game inside of 5 minutes. Here is Spikes now, rolling to the right side. That pressure has been on him all day long, and he throws this one out of bounds. It's now a crucial 3rd and 6 at the 18. Spikes steps up in the pocket, tries to scramble. He's caught from behind by Chris Lange, and he goes down, and we will have to settle for 3 to make it a touchdown game. But now Mahomes has under 5 minutes to go to tie this ball game up. He's done it before. He eventually gets this Chiefs team into field goal range here at the 16. Mahomes, quick throw to the right side. It's a touchdown, and they will tie this ball game up at 28. It's Travis Kelce with another score, his 2nd of the day. So here comes this offense. We've been moving the ball well, and I said the first to 35 usually wins this game. And now here it is, Chase Brown starting out the next drive with a run to the right side, and we can milk this clock all the way down. We have 3 minutes, plenty of time, all 3 timeouts. Here's a quick throw across the middle. This is caught by David Lewis Jr., and good to see the undrafted free agent getting some playing time, his 2nd catch of the game. 3rd and inches now, Trey Battle handoff, and he has the first to about the 32. He's got 5 carries today, and that's a first down. We are not going to stop the clock here. 1:40 to go. Spikes gets hit on the throw. It's a duck in the air, intercepted by the Chiefs. And that's L'Jarius Sneed right there for his first interception of the game. And that's a bad one. Lange got pressure on the rookie Spikes and forces that errant throw. And now here come the Chiefs. They could honestly win the game on this drive. Here's a handoff, Pacheco. And he has 5. We call a timeout. And that eventually brings it to a 3rd and 6. They run the ball on 3 straight plays. And we stand up Pacheco. And he gets the 35. And we burn our final timeout. And the Chiefs end up settling for 3. And make this a 34-31 game. And here we go. We get one last shot here. No timeouts. 1:17 to go. Here is the rookie Spikes now. Throwing to the sideline to Jake Hawkins. And he's been a favorite target of the rookie today. And that one falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Quick throw across the middle. It's Deion Branson with a catch. And he picks up the first down. More hurry-up offense here for the Oilers. We scramble to the line here. Spikes in the pocket. Throws deep, one-on-one for Jesse Fisher, and he's got it at the 5-yard line. What a throw! Davion Spikes making an impression on this Kansas City defense. A clean pocket and an excellent throw, and Jesse Fisher Jr. just continues in this series to show up often, and he makes it a goal-to-go situation. The clock winds down inside of 15 seconds. Quick throw. It's caught. It's Irv Smith for the touchdown. And the Oilers take the lead here. 12 seconds remaining for the Chiefs. They do have all 3 timeouts. Mahomes has done this before. But one final play here on a 3rd and 11. The clock hits 0. Mahomes throws to the sideline. Knocked away. And the rookie Davion Spikes will defeat Patrick Mahomes in his starting debut, 38-34. Wow. What a performance by the rookie. Yeah, he turned the ball over twice. One of them was an errant pass. One of them was a late throw. But he really did show me some things today. And I gotta say, Jake Hawkins was amazing. And seeing that he was a former 6th round pick, 6th rounder, and he did that today, the sky is the limit for this kid out of Ohio State. And then we saw some other guys get involved, like David Lewis Jr. finally. He's coming off. He's like our 6th or 5th string receiver. Just seeing us use the entire roster is a thing of beauty. And we obviously did not turn the ball over against Patrick Mahomes today. we didn't force any interceptions. We still got the win, a 38-34 victory. So because of that, we get plus 10 morale. These morale swings are crazy in Madden. I don't know why they have so many scenarios where you like lose a bunch of morale or gain a bunch of morale. I mean, that is a big hit to the ratings, by the way, of all your players. So we are 6-2. Now the Chiefs are 4-3, and the Broncos win after trading away Jerry Jeudy and Eric Armstead. So maybe they're not headed for a full rebuild. Who knows? But next week we have the Cleveland Browns, who are in a pivotal year for their franchise also. Deshaun Watson is on the last year of his contract. So we will see what happens with that situation. But we will see him maybe for a final time as a Brown. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Hope you guys enjoyed this trade deadline episode. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I hope the rain don't come in November, 'cause the summer went way too fast. I'm trying real hard to remember all of the good times and memories we had.